Hello there, and welcome to today's episode of Insider Tips to Everyday Joy. I'm Lynn Horde, aka the Joy Lady, and today I wanted to talk with you about self-compassion. Now, are you one of those people who is really self-critical? Do you look for, all the things that you've done wrong as opposed to what you might have done right? Are you, giving yourself a hard time on a regular basis? Do you look for your flaws, your inner dialogue full of your flaws and faults as opposed to like your talents and like what an amazing human being you are? If that is you, today's missive is definitely for you. And also if it is you, you are not alone. I can tick all of those boxes, have ticked all of those boxes in the past, and I very much understand what it means to be really self-critical. Particularly when, on the outside you may not see it, but like that inner dialogue that runs in the head, it is not a very nice thing. I've got much better at it as the years have gone past, making sure I'm more positive and, giving myself that positive inner dialogue. But I'm still human and I still fall back into bad habits. So the reason I wanted to talk to you about self-compassion is because it is the one tool that has really helped me transition from being that kind of inner self-critical person towards myself to being someone who can actually be positive, see the best in myself. But this word, self-compassion, it just, I don't know about you, but it's really broad. It's not, I often wonder, it's like, so what exactly does, what does that mean? What does it mean to be self-compassionate? So that's something I wanted to share with you today, what that look like for me, and to help you start thinking, if you're not already self-compassionate, what that could look like for you. So I kind of think about it as three things. So self-compassion for me is being kind, being gentle, and always looking for the best in myself no matter what's happened. So I'll give you some examples just to make it a bit more concrete for you. So if I'm being kind to myself, I'm not like breaking out the whip and like making myself push through things. So in the past, I might have like, if I, was feeling emotional or, if something had got me down, I'd be like, well, you can't just let that, it's very, very self-indulgent if you're going to let yourself, have a little rest because of that, Lynn. So I would just keep making myself push through. So nowadays I kind of acknowledge and recognize if I'm, my emotions are part of who I am. And, as you may have heard me talk about before, as part of your joy journey, it's about learning to allow your emotions. So now I'm much kinder to myself and acknowledge where I'm at and allow myself that time. So I'm kind to myself, And the other thing is learning to be gentle. So for me, this is around like, whatever this looks like for you, it's like being able to give yourself some kind of hug. I don't necessarily mean physical, but maybe that's like you allow yourself 2 minutes to lie on the bed and hug a pillow. Maybe that's about like allowing yourself to, have a sit in the lounge if you're not having a good day. When we're feeling emotional or we're just not feeling great, being gentle with yourself. Maybe it's having a bath for you, maybe it's taking a walk, but what would that look like for you if you were being gentle rather than like getting out the stick and going, no, can't allow myself this, must keep moving forward. So that's part of my self-compassion. And as I mentioned, the third one is really about like looking for the best in myself no matter what. And so this is about luckily I've had some amazing people who've shown me how to do this, and I've learnt this as well along the way. But there is always something that you've done well in any situation, even if it didn't turn out how you wanted to, even if the results are not what you'd hoped, even if it didn't move you as far forward as you might have wanted, whatever the gap is, even if there is a gap between what you were hoping for, I can guarantee you where you're at now, there is something beautiful in there for you. Maybe it's that you showed up in a different way, that you said something amazing, your presentation was incredible, you were really fluent about it. There is always something in there to recognize that you did really well. So I would encourage you to start looking for that. I talk about it in my online program, Joy School, as being your own best friend. What if you came to your friend with this situation or this emotion or whatever it is, what would they say to you? How would they be encouraging? And learn to be that for yourself. So for me, that's being compassionate. The self-compassion, it's actually recognizing that you are doing the best you can with what you have right now. So recognizing that and recognizing what you have done. So that's kind of the 3 parts of self-compassion for me, is being kind, being gentle, and always looking for the best in myself. So I'd really love to hear what that looks like for you. Do you feel like you're self-compassionate? Do you feel like, that's an area that you could, I don't want to say improve on, but, do you feel like that would be helpful for you to become more self-compassionate? Because the reason I talk about this is because on my joy journey, and I know on the people I work with, this is an incredibly crucial piece in there. Self-criticism is the opposite of self-compassion in my book. So, and self-criticism crushes joy, which means we really need to cultivate self-compassion if we want to have a more joyful life. So I'd love to hear how you are self-compassionate, or how today, like one little thing you're going to do to go and be more, and to show yourself more compassion today. So please leave a comment or your thoughts in the space below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, and please share this. If you know someone who isn't self-compassionate and could really use some ideas on how to become that way, please share this with them over email, or post it somewhere on Facebook or Twitter or wherever you live in the online world. So I hope you found today's missive useful. I would love to hear your thoughts below, and until we connect again next time, be joyful. Take care. Bye.